everybody. I'm doing a Zodiac energy reading for Capricorn for the month of January. Welcome to 2021. I'm going to go ahead and relax here and see what the energies are for Capricorn for this month. It's just going to be a short message of wisdom and healing. So I'm going to relax now and get started. Okay. So they're showing me it's a white, it kind of reminds me of if I'm looking at a graph and then you can have graph the lines that kind of, they're like tall skyscrapers, right? They're white rectangle shapes. So there's a white rectangle shape and there's these circles on it. And the circles are kind of like divots. They're kind of a darkish blue color. There's something about a graph as well and structure. Shape. It's like it doesn't, I'm looking at the image. I'm so excited to get to know you, but the image isn't wanting me to go deeper into itself. It doesn't want to reveal its secrets yet. So it just is. It just is like this. I feel like Capricorn, you're going to be working on your heart this month. Because hard energy, if you have an insecurity in your heart, it would be easier for you to find a more shallow or more simplified way to put yourself out there. Let's say you're meeting a new person. It's kind of natural for the human to not just give away all your secrets in one visit, to be a little bit shielded. It feels, that's what this shape means to me. It's what it feels like to me. It's the difference between putting on my business outfit versus putting on my day-to-day lounge clothes, you know? It has to do with opening up the heart, maybe even putting yourself into or feeling like perhaps you are in maybe an uncomfortable conversation where you have to be a little bit more you, a little bit more open, say some more things from the heart. It feels like lessons that are going to work on your heart chakra. It's nice to be put together. It's nice to, hair is in place, outfit is on, makeup is on. I'm great. I'm good to go. Sometimes it gives us a little bit more of a backbone when we feel like we're presentable, we're ready for the day. When we have to take off the face and the mask of the outfit and what that represents, the person that's put together, the rectangle, the tall building, the graph, the statistics, when we kind of take that out of the way and look at what is beneath the surface. What is beneath the surface of that business woman or man? It keeps showing me more of the feminine energy, the woman that's putting herself together for work and needs to be presentable for work, but is really going through something on the inside, doesn't want to show it to the rest of the world, needs somebody to talk to about it, can't really talk about it. We got to work on the heart here. We got to get away from the structure, from the business, from the stats, from the I'm put together. And be a little bit more true, more honest with self-expression. It feels like it's conversational to me. It feels like it's kind of taking off some of the shield or the mask and sensitivity might come out. It feels like we're working on the heart energy. All right. Short and sweet. If I'm to stop now, this is literally a 4-minute message. It just feels like it's too short, okay? I'm going to just linger for a minute and just see if there's any other images or messages for Capricorn this month of January. Okay, they want me to go into what is like a graph that only has one. Why can't I? What do you call that? It's like a pillar, okay? It's a thing there that's a rectangle. Okay, it's a skinny rectangle. So I'm supposed to go into what is a graph that only has one tall, skinny rectangle, and that's it. It doesn't even really tell me what this is about. Like, what's this graph? Here is this, over here, over there. So I'm just looking at this. I don't even seem like I have the skills to even know how to read this. I feel like I totally missed that section in math class or something. Wow. You know what this is representing? Brutal honesty. Brutal, almost, it could feel embarrassing or shameful. Even if you don't need to be ashamed or embarrassed, it's almost like having to admit something, you just don't want to admit it. Maybe something isn't working in your life and you just don't want to admit that it's not working. Um, this graph is pathetic because it's not really even a graph. It's trying to be a graph. It's trying to convince me that it's just, it's got the lines here. It doesn't really tell me anything. Yeah, we got this pillar part. It's got some unusual divots in it, but I guess this is a part of the graph. As we can see here, there's something that's not it isn't come full circle. It's not a complete graph. It never was meant to be a graph. This perfect shape, it has some unusual parts to it because of the divots in the rectangle. It's trying to show itself, but it isn't even beneath the surface. Like this, it's just almost like, how do I want to say it? It's kind of a joke in a way. It's not, it's literally telling me nothing. Because it is avoiding the truth. It is avoiding the truth. It's even trying to decorate the truth. It's even trying to prettify this graph in the most absurd way. It's even trying to tell me this graph is put together. It's even trying to convince me of things. It isn't even honest. It's just so far gone. A Capricorn, it feels like there is a real truth that you need to acknowledge here. And maybe it's even gotten out of control, the way that you're decorating this idea, because you just don't want to admit to yourself or to life or whatever that it never really was the way that you talked it out to be. The way that you convinced yourself that it was. Because you needed it to be that way. It's getting to the root and the deep honesty, and it's all about the heart. I'm going to give you one last image to think about here and the way this makes me feel. It's like, let's say you're sitting down at an interview and you have just a flat sheet of paper and it has a graph on it that literally has no information. It's just what is the creation of a graph, okay? And then one box, and it has like little circles on it. And then you just hand this over to the manager who's interviewing you and just sit there and smile. Like the absurdity. Is this a joke? This is so laughable. But for some reason, like, what is this saying? What are you even trying to accomplish here? We have to set something aside and get to the reality. We have to get to the true you. We have to be truly, authentically the true you. And life needs to reflect this. It has to. Otherwise, what's the point of a life that is a lie? You understand? Again, heart chakra. It's almost like push yourself. Say something you haven't been able to say. Let it out. Be shy about it. Be embarrassed about it. Feel ashamed about it. It doesn't feel like you should be ashamed of anything here. It's just honesty. That's all it is. Honest with yourself. Share a little bit more of the true you. In January. Okay. I hope you enjoyed this message. I hope you can translate this message into your own life. Thank you so much for watching. If any of you are interested in exploring a psychic session with me, please visit me at my website at abbynormalswisdomquest.com. I have 2 other YouTube channels, so you can check me out at Abbey Normal and Abbey Psychic Services. I'm also on Patreon at patreon.com/abbynormalswisdomquest. All right, have a very amazing day, everybody. Have a wonderful rest of your January.